Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing some applications of the new Desperado monkey for making more money in BCD6. So, let's get right into it. So first of all, we have the middle path, the Deadeye. So what this Deadeye is it has an ability. And what this ability does, it increases the range of monkeys by 25%, as you can see here. So it doesn't sound very useful because range buffing a banana farm isn't useful, but then you realize other towers that make money exist, such as the Sun Temple. So let's get a Sun Temple right here. We have a max sacrifice Sun Temple. And one thing that a Sun Temple does is that it decreases the cost of farms. As you see, this banana research facility is cheaper by 20%. Now, this range is relatively large, but it's not like extremely large, like map covering wide. So if you use the Deadeye, you could increase the range of the Sun Temple, and now you could fit more farms in range, therefore getting more discounts, which is overall a good thing. And this Desperado monkey, these are also like really, really cheap. It's like pretty sure it's like around 4K for this Deadeye. So you could get this Deadeye for super cheap. You get two of them, and then you could have 100% uptime on this range buff. These Deadeye abilities, they last 15 seconds. They have a cooldown of 30 seconds, so you only need two of these. And you could have a 25% range buff permanently for an extremely cheap price. But that's not the only thing. You don't have Sun Temple. It's not just Sun Temples, too. You could also use this in making a large Monkeyopolis. So here's a Monkeyopolis, well, a Monkey City, and its range is okay, but it's not that great. But what the Deadeye can do is that you could use the ability and increase the range even further. And with the Bounty Hunter has an even better range ability. This range increases range by even more, 50% range increase. So what we can do is we could put a Bounty Hunter, take aim range buff, and look at that range. Now you're able to absorb a lot more farms in range of this Monkeyopolis. And you could also stack the tier 3 and tier 4 buffs on this village and get even more range. Let's show this a bit better here. And if you have an ultra boost, you could get practically full map range. Let's do this right now. Alright, as you can see, I've a 10x ultra boosted Monkey City in the middle, and then I use Desperado and give it a village buff. And look at that. Its range is nearly global. You could absorb nearly every farm on the entire map with Deadeye, Bounty Hunter, Ultra Boost, and a village. And I haven't even included the Sun Temple's 20% range buff or the True Sun God's range buff as well, which practically makes this Monkey City have range over the entire map, so you can make the largest Monkeyopolis possible. That's very good use of the Deadeye and Bounty Hunter. It's going to be extremely good for late game farming. You could absorb every farm. That's pretty much it with the Deadeye. Let's move on to the Bounty Hunter. The Bounty Hunter, it has its special right here, marked to pop. It has this special ability. Now, this special ability, it doesn't seem that great on the paper. Let's just send out 20 ceramics. Set this around to 0. As you can see, it just makes a little bit more money with its ability. Should it showcase this a bit better here. Doesn't affect too many balloons at once, and only increases cash by like 100%. So on the surface, this Bounty Hunter, it doesn't seem very good. But there's a neat part. What if we add other cash modifiers, such as Monkey City, XXXL trap, and then rubber to gold. And then we stack a bounty hunter. Okay, so first we're going to send out a ZOMG on round 80. I'll send out round 85 ZOMG. Alright, so here the ZOMG comes. So for rubber to gold, Monkey City buff, and an XXL trap, that made $7,321. Alright, let's do it with Bounty Hunter this time. So if we use Bounty Hunter on this ZOMG, alright, 14,642. So basically double the amount of cash. The thing interesting with Bounty Hunter is that it's a cash multiplier, not like additive cash. So, brief explanation is that Bloon Trap and Rubber to Gold and Monkey Town, these are all considered additive buffs. So pretty much these aren't multipliers. So if you have a Bloon Trap, it's plus 100% income. Rubber to Gold adds another plus 100% income. So instead of being a 4x buff, it was a multiplier. If you add a Bloon Trap and a Rubber to Gold, this is only a plus 300% buff. And the same is with Monkey Town. Monkey Town, if you have Monkey Knowledge, this is only a plus 60% buff. But the thing with Bounty Hunter is that it's a multiplier. So pretty much it takes all of these buffs and multiplies them by 2. So if I said I had a Bloon Trap and a Rubber to Gold, this is a plus 300%. Bounty Hunter would turn this into 6 times cash. So Bounty Hunter on its own, you should never use this bond on its own. But if you add added cash buffs, such as Bloon Trap, Rubber to Gold, Monkey Town, Monkey City, this thing becomes extremely overpowered. And you could make a ton of cash. As you can see, you can make a lot of cash, especially from these natural Bloon rounds during the 80s and 90s. Especially if you combine it with the XXXL. Alright, so let's move on to the Golden Justice, the final tier of the Desperado. So, the thing with the Golden Justice is that its buff with Bounty Hunter, these have the exact same buff. Let's reload. Yep, these buffs are the exact same. They are completely identical, so if you want an extra range buff, Golden Justice is not going to give you that. But what about its special ability? Is its special ability useful in some sort of way? All right, let's try this out on, let's say, 10 ceramics. Okay, it's not very. All right, let's set this round to round 1. Let's set these 10 ceramics. Okay, so the cash counter, it went up, but it's only, if you want to know, this is only a 2x multiplier in terms of your cash. It's the exact same as the Bounty Hunter. So at the moment, there is no reason you should actually go for the Golden Justice. Because, as I showed earlier, this Bounty Hunter upgrade, it does, in fact, affect Moab class balloons. So there's no reason to ever go for the Golden Justice if you want to make extra money. So, that's it with Desperado. We have the Deadeye, which is extremely cheap range buff, and the Bounty Hunter, another similarly cheap range buff, stronger range buff, with an extremely powerful ability that can make you a lot more cash. Alright, that's it.